Hello everybody, how you doing? Rocco Fillmore here. Maybe I'll do some talking, and maybe I won't, but I probably will. So that's why the video is on and just started. So chances are I'm gonna do some talking. Yeah. Today, what's today? Monday, Columbus Day. So I'll think yeah. Woke up a few hours ago. So just and I think. Oh, so let's talk about the. Oh, it's John Lennon's birthday. John Lennon, so one of my favorite songwriters, so favorite musicians. I think if it wasn't for the Beatles, I would never have started to songwrite. So that's it's very important. It's that weird. Like if they didn't exist, I probably wouldn't. Why? You go, why them? Well, because they were so good. Like when I was a kid, I didn't know that music could be so good. It's like there was a lot of bands in the '80s that I thought, kind of mediocre. I don't know. It's alright. Everybody listening to it. People just put it on. But then I heard the Beatles, and I was like, wow, that's good music. I really got into it. I loved it. I love when like 20 years later, 25, 30 years later, you hear an album that came out 30 years before, 20 years before, and it's like new to you, but it's been out for so long, and it's just amazing, and it's just, yeah, it's just like every album is good, because I didn't buy them all at the same time. I got them like piecemeal, piece by piece. I would buy, try to save up my allowance and then go and get a Beatle album. They were kind of cheap on people were selling their LPs because they were buying CDs. So you, there was like this big influx of Beatle records, at the record store, used record place. So you can just get like a Beatle LP for like $3. Even the Beatles singles people were selling. So like the Apple ones, Hey Jude and stuff, and Get Back kind of singles, and the solo, Beatles singles from the early '70s. You get all of that. So yeah, but the first two Beatle albums I bought was Sgt. Pepper and Magical Mystery Tour. So that was in 1988. That was the summer of 1988. So I was just gonna buy Sgt. Pepper, but then I saw Magical Mystery Tour there, and I was like, I really love Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane. It's on that album. Oh, should I get Sgt. Pepper? I really like Strawberry Fields. So I was like, okay, I'll get both. So I bought both at the same time. So and it's kind of forced it on friends. I was so enamored with those two albums, and I would like go to friends' houses and take it over and go, hey, do you have an LP player? I would just listen to it and force it on them. Try to turn them into fans, and some of them did turn into fans. It's like, yeah. And then I saw Paul concert in 1990. That was the first concert I ever went to in July 1990 at Soldier Field. So yeah, but yeah, the Beatles, big influence on me musically. And then I was playing like guitar. I started to learn guitar at that time, and so I was like, yeah. I started first. I just wanted to kind of learn a few Beatles songs maybe on guitar, but then it was like, man, the songs are so good. It's like that's what I want to do. Once you get a feeling for writing, and especially if you're creative, it's just kind of you just feel it, and it's just enjoyable and it's just fun to create stuff. Especially songs. So that's what made me want to start songwriting. Just kind of I go, great songs can be achieved. It's possible. And it's like I want to write some great songs. So I started songwriting because of the Beatles. No other band influenced me that much to do. And then eventually I started liking other bands, but still, those other bands I don't feel were ever as good. Close. There's a lot of great bands that I like. A lot of good bands that are equally, creative. But the Beatles is something special about them. And so yeah, and I like Queen and all that stuff. I think Freddie Mercury is an amazingly creative guy who was just amazing and talented. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. When you got a single person that's so amazingly creative like that. The Beatles were four different guys who were very talented. So, but by themselves they were amazing. And I think John knew that. I think when he wanted to leave the Beatles, I think he figured we'll be okay. Even though we're not together, we'll be okay. I mean, we could, instead of getting one Beatle album, you get four Beatle albums in a year. Each of them will make their own album. So it's basically they were writing most of the songs by themselves, and then it was coming to the studio and they kind of edit the songs while they were recording it. But it was basically whoever wrote the song wrote the song. It was basically, you know, you'd be like, you know, at that point they weren't really writing together. At that point, they kind of stopped doing that after like what, 67 or something. Just writing kind of by themselves, and then they would bring it in, and then we're kind of together. Like while recording, working out how they want to do it, the arrangements. That was only different. It was they didn't have each other to edit the songs after they broke up, or do the arrangements with them or record with them, so you don't have that Beatle flavor on it. Interesting stuff though. It's an interesting video talking about so the magic of the Beatles. So but I like so I was doing this thing where I was doing covers. I was just trying to play every Beatles song, learn every Beatles song. Because I don't know. I mean, at the beginning, I did learn the first songs I ever learned on guitar were Beatles songs, but I didn't learn every Beatles song. I just kind of learned some of them, a few like Please Please Me, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Hard as Night, Help, Let It Be. Those were like the first Beatles songs that I ever learned. Day Tripper. Yeah. Yeah. And then so I never did like a lot of the other ones. Like I'll Try Instead. I've never played that song, or you know, Not a Second Time. That's another one I like to play. Learn. That's a good song. You make me cry. I see no wondering why I cry. Oh, you're giving me the same old line. I'm wondering why you hurt me then. You're back again. No, 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 not a second time. Good song. Hold Me Tight, I think I did try to do that one. It feels so right now. Hold me tight. Tell me I'm the only one. And then So there's a bunch of Beatles songs I've never played like before, but it's like it's like always when you admire, especially if you're a musician and you admire a band, it's just cool to try to learn every one of their songs, just to know them, just to like feel how it feels to play them. Yeah. If you're like a classical musician, you want to like do every Beethoven, like do every symphony or every, at some point, it's just kind of a thing, kind of the songbook, yeah.